always been massive inspiration to me. She's someone that I look up to so much, and the reason is I don't see Juice Plus as like a get rich quick thing or something that's like giving me money now. I see Juice Plus as like a long-term business opportunity that I want to kind of like, you know, be there for my children, my grandchildren. That's the way I see it. So when I look at people that have been in the business such a long time, like Nicola, like she is literally my inspiration, and her business is exactly what I want, right? Nicola's been here for 30 years. So first of all, we just want to give some love to Nicola in the chat, right? Because this is what we all want, right? A business with longevity like Nicola, who, you know, 30 years in the business, wowza, right? I think we all just need to give some love to Nicola in the chat. So let me see if I can unmute you. Can you hear us, Nicola? No, it's not unmuted. I don't know if Emma, if you need to do it. I've pressed ask to unmute. Oh, I think she's unmuted. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on this evening.
Not a problem. Never a problem at all.
And there never is. Anytime, like you've obviously spoken at events for us. Anytime we ask to get you on calls, you're always there. 30 years in this business and still so committed, right?
Well, why wouldn't one be?
Exactly. So let's get straight into the questions, because as I say, we're not going to keep you long on everyone long tonight with month end and everything like that. So first of all, Nicola, tell us about your 30 years in Juice Plus. What's it been like?
Well, it's like any business, it's been up and down. And I have to say, Danny, one of the things that I've always, how can one put this? Life is what it is for everybody. It just goes all over the place. And my husband was bankrupted, I've been through divorce. And the one positive thing I've always had in the background has been my Juice Plus business that I've managed to move into. And it's just such a positive world for me. So that really has been a savior. That's why I've stuck with it. That's why I've stuck with the people, because your friends are... Sorry. Oh, sorry, got someone else on another call. So yeah, it's been a long journey, and it's been a very enjoyable journey too. So I can talk for ages about why I'm still with the business after 30 years. And the journey, you know, I joined when I was living in Oxfordshire, and I joined because of the water filters, and then they introduced Juice Plus, and that was shortly after we moved to Kent. Now, if you know England very well, Kent 30 years ago was about 20 years behind the rest of the country. So I thought, oh, what have I done? We've gone backwards. And suddenly we had this product called Juice Plus as well that nobody understood whatsoever. And I've kind of grown up and learned with the product. So I'm very lucky, because we all struggle to begin with. Why fruits and vegetables when, you know, 30 years ago, if you were running a marathon or going to the gym regularly, people thought you were absolutely bonkers. Now, of course, it's normal. So fruits and vegetables, why fruits and vegetables? Well, you know, even then we were talking about the message of fruits and vegetables and why they were so important. 1972, the World Health Organization said you should be eating 5 portions of fruits and 5 portions of vegetables every day. And here we are. What is it? It must be over 50 years later. We're still not doing it. You know, people have got the message, they know what to do, and it's a struggle. So even 30 years ago, we recognized that Juice Plus was just going to make life so much easier for everybody. So we've really had that uphill educational battle to help other people realize just how simple it is to add fruits and vegetables to your diet. And, you know, in that 30 years, the research has come on in leaps and bounds. And because we were all very new with the whole product business at that time, we learned what the research was about, and we learned how good fruits and vegetables are for your body in every way. You know, absolutely every part of your body needs lots and lots of nutrients all the time. So yeah, we learned it. I'm very cagey still about how I talk about the research, because I know people can go off in a tangent and go down rabbit holes, but even nowadays I will talk about fruits and vegetables and the power of it, and how much research has been undertaken on fruits and vegetables. And of course, that's all we've got in our capsules is fruits and vegetables. So it's really easy to say to people, which part is it you don't understand? Is it the fruits, the vegetables, or is it the fact that it's in capsules? You know, where are we coming from here?
Yeah, definitely. And going back to that, because you are obviously someone, you've been in the business a long time. So when you first started the business, there wasn't social media. So you built your business in a very different way. But actually, even still now, you don't rely on social media, right? Because a lot of us that are newer to the business, I mean, I don't feel new to the business, I'm 7 years in now, but compared to you, I'm newer to the business. You know, we build it on social media, and you've done it a completely other way. So how did you start off kind of getting customers and stuff back then? And even how do you get customers now without relying solely on social media?
Haven't changed in my methods at all. Social media for me is an anathema. I find it quite scary, really. I have to see the whites of people's eyes when I'm talking to them. And one of the things that I've always said to my team is, you know, our job is really just to share the information. It's an educational process. If you give people enough information so that they can make an educated decision on what they're going to do with regard to their own health, that's our job. It doesn't matter if they don't go for it. So just talking to me, my kids always said, you know, you're the nosiest person on the planet.
I actually remember, Nicola, to put a little story in there. Me and you were on the train together once, weren't we, on the way back from Maidenhead? And I asked you this similar question, like, how do you talk to people? And then you started talking to a couple that was on the train with us. And I was like, wow, I've never done that. And you certainly opened my eyes to, you know, the fact that we can just all speak to each other.
You know what it is, Danny? People like to feel that they've been noticed, that you actually care about them enough to talk to them. You don't have to start talking about Juice Plus. You just say, you know, do you travel on this train very often? Or in fact, I'll never forget one day we were in Italy and my kids wanted to go into a really boring shop for me, and there was a pharmacy next door. And I thought, oh, I'm going to go and try in there and have a look and see whether anybody's going to speak English. And of course, when they came out onto the pavement, I disappeared. And they said, oh, for God's sake, you're always talking about Juice Plus. Any opportunity to talk to people is always a learning experience for the one that's asking the questions. And really, that's all we have to do, because I feel that we have a responsibility. If we've got the knowledge of what we've got in that product, our responsibility is to share it with other people. But first of all, you do have to find out what their needs are. So it's all about them. It's not about you. And that's very fundamental to who I am as well. So yeah, I can talk for 4 days on all of this.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that. And it does kind of just open our eyes, because so many of us are just in our own little social media bubble, and you never know. I always say to people, your neighbour, if they don't know what you do, they could be buying Juice Plus from someone in another country, or someone from, you know, another part of the country. And that just means that, you know, we're not doing our job right. We're not getting out there and talking to people. And sometimes it is easier to hide behind social media when actually there's people all around us that could benefit from this, right?
That's
So
right. Well, feel how you would feel. I mean, I think your Juice Plus is in such a unique position these days, because we're offering a personal service, and to round that off, to talk to people and make them feel important, it's so easy to do. People don't hear the words, they just know how you make them feel when you finish talking. And if you really genuinely care about what you're talking about, they'll pick that up. I mean, in some of the meetings that I run outside of Juice Plus, when I'm asked to talk about what I do, I can feel myself going, oh, I'm just so excited about the whole process. I think, oh, calm down, take a few deep breaths, because you know, it's a big story, and condensing it into a little bit and throwing those seeds so that people can pick up on a tiny bit and take what is important to them.
yeah, definitely, 100% agree. So going back to the products, because you're obviously so passionate about them, like you've expressed, you could talk about them all day. What is it about the Juice Plus products? Because you've obviously been loyal to Juice Plus for all of this time. You know, you've never looked at a different opportunity or anything like that. You're in Juice Plus, you're loyal to Juice Plus. And I know the products are a massive part. I mean, I know that you love the company and the people and everything like that as well, but I know that the products are a really massive part of that. So what is it about the Juice Plus products that you think makes it stand out from anything else that's out there?
It's quite unique. I mean, it's a sophisticated and an elegant solution to so many problems. The simplicity of it is amazing. And you know, Danny, one of the things that I was quite shocked about a few years ago was when people left. I thought, why would they do that? Why would they do that? This is sort of the high end of everything that we've got on the market anywhere. And I felt they were rather butterflying from one place to another, just to see if there was something that could be better. There's nothing better than this. So I say to my team, you know, we're all on the motorway, we're all going in the same direction. Stay in your lane. Some people go fast, some people go slow, but it doesn't matter. But if you take the exit and go off to another company, you're all going to end up in the same place, or you might not. But why on earth would anybody leave Juice Plus? Because the products for me have done so much personally. They've done so much for my family, for my team, and just in sharing the experience. I have to say, my husband was bankrupted just about the time that I started my Juice Plus journey. It was horrendous. I was in my mid-40s, and I still have very young children who were dependent. All I needed to do was to put food on the table, keep a roof over their head. Juice Plus allowed me to expand greater than anything I could have ever expected at that time. Because when we moved from Oxfordshire to Kent, I'd left my network behind. And I'm quite matter of fact about a lot of things, but when you lose everything that you've built up for all those years, that was hard. So Juice Plus has allowed me to really find my feet, develop an income, and I don't say spoil my family, but I have actually managed to treat my family to things that at that time in my 40s, I never thought would be possible. I mean, there was a time, not very many years ago, 4, 5, 6 years ago, perhaps, I said, okay, I'm going to take everybody on safari in South Africa. The moment you step into the car here, nothing is going to be paid for. I will be paying for everything. And the moment you get back into the UK, then you pick up again. And we had an absolute ball. But there have been other things that the whole Juice Plus program has allowed me to share with my family. So it's the people that are most important to you that can really benefit. I'm not one for all the Gucci bags and all the flashy stuff at all. I'm very much get my muddy boots on and take the dogs out in the field and do all the sort of really dirty stuff that I really enjoy.
Yeah. Well, you have got a beautiful life. I mean, I've even been to your home, and your home is just so beautiful, and the views from your home, I mean, oh my goodness, they are just extraordinary. They really are. You overlook like the sea, don't you, where you live?
Well, I overlook the English Channel. I can see France from my home.
Our geography is not very good, so I'll just call it the sea.
So yeah, it's very interesting there, but I've got plans this year to do some very different things. So I'm probably going to be kissing my home goodbye. My son is saying, oh no, you can keep your home, and I think, oh no, I think let's just go on another adventure here. That would be really good.
Yeah, but you do, you live just such an incredible life of freedom, and I really felt your story there when you were talking about, you know, the situation you was in and how Juice Plus helped you to overcome that situation. It's just absolutely incredible. Emma's just said in the chat there, while we're still talking about the products, you joined in your mid-40s and you've done 30 years in Juice Plus, so that makes you
I'm going backwards.
you go backwards. But
I'm in my mid-70s, so yeah, and you know, that's one of the things that these products have actually done for me. In my mid-40s, menopause, the whole thing, having kids late, young children, oh crikey, you know, it's tough, but it's given me the energy I had when I was in my 25 to 30s. So yeah, thank goodness for Juice Plus. It for lots
absolutely incredible, Nicola. Like, I think that's just the call, and that's just the advert on its own, isn't it? The fact that you look so amazing, and that's 30 years of taking Juice Plus products, right?
But it's the confidence it gives you as well. I mean, it's not how you look, it's how you feel, you know.
Absolutely.
It's the energy. I know I didn't have this when I was in my early 40s at all, and I didn't believe I was ever going to feel this way, but yeah, it's good, thank goodness.
I love it. I really, really love it. So one thing about you, which I admire, I obviously admire lots about you, but something that I really want for my business is the repetition of the orders. So the capsule clients that you have that are basically on a reshipment that you get paid for month in, month out. That's the dream business. That's what we all want. So are you like mainly focused on capsules, and how do you kind of get those retention orders?
Yeah, because I grew up with the capsules, because obviously learning about the capsules is the whole franchise basis, and the company all learned about the capsules. That's really where my main focus is. And the beauty of the marketing plan was actually designed around the capsules. And the way I always describe it is, you know, when you've had a plaster on your arm or your leg or anything, and the cells that are sort of dropping off as that plaster is taken off, your body is replacing the cells all the time. So your skin cells are replaced every 6 to 8 weeks, your blood cells are replaced every 120 days, your systemic organ cells every 6 to 8 months, and your skeletal structure every 12 to 14 months. So 120 days, that's how many capsules there are in a 4-month supply. It goes out 3 times a year, and you've only had 3 cellular replacements of your blood in that time. So, you know, for me, when I sign someone up, if I've told the story right, they understand this isn't like a medicine. This is something that's going to be going into their body every day for the rest of their life. And it's, you know, the way that the marketing plan has been written and that automatic reorder was set up around the capsules. So yeah, it just makes it simple for people to pay for it as they use it, as they eat it. I mean, I love saying to people at the point of delivery, you're going to get 3 months free, and over the next 3 months, you'll find that the company will take payment for it. So it just, you know, it just sort of says to people, you haven't got to keep reordering the thing the whole time. It's going to go out automatically, and it just makes life easy. I mean, I've been paid every month for 30 years for orders that I set up 30 years ago. How good is that?
It's insane, Nicola, and it honestly is like the goal for all of us, which is why this is absolute gold that you're speaking right here, because I think actually we don't take advantage of the automatic reship and the 4 months and then keeping people on, because we sell a lot of like shakes and control and things like that as well, which is nothing wrong with that, but we always kind of sell it as a 4 monthly program. And then I don't know about anyone else on here, but I don't get as many reorders and people staying on the capsules as much as I'd want. So that's where, like, from you, like, we really need to learn. So so it's kind of, do you think it's like education of when they sign up in the first place, explaining that it will be an automatic reship? Is that how you explain
Absolutely.
it?
You have to let them know this is going to be coming through. But the other thing I always try and do, Danny, is allow people to really understand and feel that they are in charge of their own finances. That, you know, if they want to cancel the order, that's fine. If they want to delay it, that's fine. But the income, the payments are going to go out on a monthly basis forever. But we can adjust it if they're going to be away on holiday. I mean, once every 4 months, they will get a call, probably from myself or from my wellness coordinator, who will say, hi, you know, just checking in to see how things are going. You must be nearly through. Your next carton is going to be dispatched in a couple of weeks' time. Are you ready for it? And the things we get sort of, oh my goodness, you know, I didn't realize that we were out because Johnny's been taking it as well. Oh, well, should we set up an order for Johnny as well? So, you know, you both got the supply coming through. So, yeah, there's it just sort of, it works. It's just all part of my sort of DNA now, I suppose. I don't even think about it. When I'm talking to my team about it, I just assume that they are going to set up an automatic reorder, and we just help and encourage people to stay on the product just by just little reminders as to why they're taking it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, checking in as well, and then perhaps getting like different orders from family members and things like that as well. Because I suppose when people are feeling so good because they're taking the capsules for a long time, they're going to tell their family about that as well, aren't they? So
Absolutely. And it's surprising how, I mean, the micronutrients are found in those capsules, the macronutrients in the lifestyle products, the shakes, etc. So you need the combination of all of our products. But, you know, the beauty of the capsules is that once people get into the habit of taking it on a daily basis, they're more likely to stick with it than something that they think, oh, well, this is going to be for weight management, or this is for my energy. I mean, I'm terrible. I just throw everything into my blender in the morning. The complete goes in, the capsules go in. I don't throw the omega capsules in. I actually chew those. But uplift.
You chew them. That's interesting. Ross can't actually swallow capsules, so he opens his capsules and puts them in his shake, but then he doesn't have the omega capsules, so I'll have to tell him to try and chew them.
Well, you know, especially since they went into these tapioca capsules, I think that's all right. It's not plastic. I can have that.
So good. Okay, I think honestly, like, you have been absolutely incredible tonight, and you have literally like changed my mindset towards, I mean, you're just a dream. This is literally what we all want. And I think sometimes it's our mindset when we're trying to get an order, we think like short term. So we think, right, let's sell something that's like quick. Whereas actually, I think if right from the beginning, you're getting them on like the reshipment, and you're talking about that, and you're talking about the benefits of being on the capsules long term and what that will do for them, I think that's a mindset thing that I definitely want to implement going forward.
Do you know, Danny, the Healthy Starts for Families makes it much easier because you give a mum permission to do something for herself if she's going to be helping one of her kids. But where finance is quite tight these days, one of the things that I'm very keen on is just getting people started on anything. And the omega and the berries, absolutely first class, you know, really great start. And I always say to them, you know, let's start there, and then we can build in the other bits and pieces for you.
So do you rarely ever sell like shakes or control on its own? Is it always with a capsule?
I'd sometimes sell the shakes on their own, but usually to people who are already on the capsules.
Yeah, so the capsule is really what you lead with.
Yeah, always. Yeah, and financially it works as well. For the team, my team get a lot of success in talking about the capsules, and it gives them a nice steady income, and it is a steady income. It doesn't go up and down.
Yeah, I think that's the dream, isn't it? We want it to be steady. We want that monthly income every single month.
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
Definitely. Thank you so much for getting on. I'm going to leave it there so that everyone can get back to hustling. But thank you so much for getting on. You are absolutely incredible. And I'll speak to you soon. Thank you so much.
Okay, love. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, everyone.